The time traveler's first journey. Max was an ordinary boy, or so he thought. Living in a small town, his days were filled with school, chores, and playing with his friends. But Max had always been curious about time, how it worked, why it moved forward, and whether it could move backward. One day, while rummaging through the attic of his house, Max discovered an old, dusty pocket watch. It was unlike any watch he'd ever seen. Its face had strange symbols instead of numbers, and its hands moved erratically, as if trying to escape time itself. Intrigued, Max took the watch to his room. He cleaned it, wound it up, and suddenly, the room began to spin. The walls blurred, the air thickened, and Max felt a strange sensation, like falling but not moving. When the spinning stopped, he found himself standing in the middle of a bustling market square. But something was off. The clothes people wore, the buildings, even the smell in the air, it was all different, like something out of an old movie. Max realized with a shock that he wasn't in his town anymore, at least not in the present day. He had traveled back in time. Max wandered through the market, amazed at the sights and sounds. He saw a blacksmith hammering away at a horseshoe, children playing with wooden toys, and a town crier announcing the latest news. It was thrilling but also terrifying. Max knew he had to figure out how to get back home. Remembering the watch, he took it out and studied it carefully. The strange symbols on the face seemed to glow slightly. He tried turning the hands, and as soon as he did, the world around him began to spin again. When it stopped, Max was back in his room, the sun setting outside his window. He couldn't believe what had just happened. Had he really traveled through time? Over the next few weeks, Max experimented with the watch. He learned how to control it, figuring out the right combinations of turns and symbols to travel to different periods in history. He visited ancient Egypt, medieval castles, and even glimpsed a future where cities floated in the sky. But Max also realized that time was delicate. One small change could have huge consequences. He learned to be careful, to observe without interfering, and to return home safely each time. Max kept his secret, sharing his adventures only with his most trusted friend. Together, they marveled at the wonders of the past and the possibilities of the future. But Max knew that the greatest adventure was yet to come, learning how to use his new power, not just for exploration, but to make a difference in the world. And so, Max, the ordinary boy with an extraordinary watch, became a careful guardian of time, knowing that with great power came great responsibility.